Hey everyone, this is XWATheWhiteAce here with
XWAshade. How's it going, guys?
I think it's going pretty good for most people because today is a wonderful day in the world of DerkaDerka's because this was our first real Practice League game that we ever played. We had done some Practice League on my laptop, but it was laggy and crap and I ended up lagging out. And I promised myself I would never play another game until that I got a new computer. And guess what? I got a new computer.
So yeah, we'd only played one Practice League game before this. So this is technically our very first real Practice League game, and we're planning to win here. So,
okay. Alright, so
enjoy.
let's introduce each other here. I am the White Ace here. I am the purple Terran in the bottom right corner here. And in the top right corner here we have Shade, who is the teal Zerg. In the top left corner we have the blue blue Terran, sorry, Kronks. And in the bottom left we have Goobs, who is the red Zerg player.
So everyone's pretty much starting off really standard here. But Goobs in for a very early extractor. That's what I'm noticing right now.
So this game, it is on the speed faster right now, but we played this game on about almost slowest speed because it is Practice League. It was quite the break, honestly. It's just we were practicing for a while versus hard opponents and stuff, just trying to get our head in the game, ready for this. We're so used to fast, and when we finally get into Practice League, like, it's so slow.
I know. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so slow. I can barely do anything.
I guess I'll open up the production tab here just to show you how much our practice really did come to work here. As you can see here, Shade did get his spawning pool faster. All the builds do look pretty good. I got my barracks up twice as fast as the blue guy did, which is a good sign, I had my first marine coming much faster. I had my second supply depot much faster. I'm already on my orbital command. I had my gas down before he did. So it just really shows how our practice was really helping us here. And he just goes for the Roach Warren, while Shade here was halfway at the Roach Warren. And I was just scanning here because this guy Goobs went random, so I was wondering if my wall off would help, and it ended up helping because he was Zerg. I did not notice his overlord here in the base, which is kind of funny because he went over here to see if I had anything, and everything I built was in the front here. It's kind of funny.
White Ace, I'm gonna ask you a question here.
All right.
I'm noticing here that the replay seems to be a lot faster than the actual gameplay itself. Is the replay on faster speed?
Yes, the replay is on fast speed. Like I said, I did say that this was on faster speed, and I was talking about how it's much slower, so I'm glad people don't really have to watch this while it's just slow as hell. So yeah, this is a Practice League game. See, I have my concussive cells researching, and now the blue player at around 17. I'm already at around 23 supply, while our Terran is at 17 apparently, getting double reactors here. See, I was just scanning them just to make sure what they were up to, and I ended up seeing the two little bases here. I didn't see the reactors on them though, so I assumed he was just going M&M, but apparently not. And then this guy here just going mass Roach. I don't know. I was just getting ready for an attack here, so I was building up my forces. I had my upgrades going, and then if you see Shade up here, Shade was doing good, keeping everything up. He had his Roach going. He's just getting his larva up. And
one thing I will say that I'll give props to the red person. He teched up way before I did. I was still pumping lots of roaches, but in the end, not teching up real early in the game did eventually help.
It did, because later, as you will see in the game, Shade got his Spire a little late, and it turns out that the Zerg player here got his layer faster and then his Spire much quicker. But it ended up that, I don't know, it gave the Shade a chance.
Like, here comes the Spire right now.
Yeah, there's the Spire. She drops the Spire right there after the layer. I ended up, if you see, hold on, I'll wait here for a second. There, I scanned, and I saw the Spire. I saw that, and I said, alright, he has it, and he's coming. He even got his engineering bay out with no upgrades. I assumed he might have been expanding for Planetary Fortress or something. And see, as you can...
And here they're working at the rocks, though.
Oh, that's true, yeah. He's right here working on the rocks right now. Working on the destructible rocks. I'm just kind of sitting back. I got my factory, and then I wanted to bust out some siege tanks. I was getting my upgrades. I looked over here to get my upgrades. I also wanted to get some towers up, some missile turrets to defend against the upcoming Mutalisks, which I ended up defending quite well. He brought out, and I defended quite well. But if you can see here, the blue Terran is not doing a very good job. I'm not the best player in the world, but at 36 supply, still being on 2 barracks isn't a good idea, even though I'm still on 2 barracks around 43, so I can't be a big asshole about it. I was just nervous as hell, so... And then as you can see, Red drops down his hatchery.
And as soon as I saw Red was getting that spire, I knew I had to get my spire out, so I'm working as fast as I can to get my spire out.
Goes down right there. And one thing we didn't think was, didn't really assume he was going to expand here. The expansion didn't really help him very much, though. Trying to spread the creep, as you can tell. But he got the hatchery, but the hatchery did not help him very well. And look, here he comes.
Here he comes with XWATheWhiteAce.
I had enough defense to handle this, but he had these 4 mutas here, and there he goes. He moves out with the 4 mutas, wants to try harass. Luckily, I was building turrets. I had enough turrets to protect my mineral line, so he went for my factory. Luckily, he didn't destroy my tech lab because I start researching siege tank a little bit after that. So see, here he comes. I saw them come in, so I decided, alright, Matthew said, alright, you gotta move some guys in. Matthew is this random kid on Skype. See, so he's attacking it. He was attacking my tech lab, but for some reason I didn't get it because he's just 4. He saw my guys. I'm moving out, moves them away. And finally getting his factory over here is the blue. And I ended up scanning blue to see he had a big pile of mass marines. Still not moving. He's just walled in there, really tight. He wants to... if he would have been walled in much better. It would have been a little harder if he had got siege tanks out way earlier. See, I just started researching siege mode just there. As soon as I saved it, I put some extra turrets down. And... I was just pumping more. I was just nervous. I got my 3rd barracks late. I'm nervous.
And here's a mistake I made. I did not expand. If you look at Goobs, he's expanded. He's trying to you know, whatever, fully saturate it. And I was not able to do that because I was focused only on Mutalisks, which was not a good idea because you look here, he's far ahead and he's going to win this Mutalisk battle.
See, okay, so yeah, the muted battle comes up over here. I saw that. I moved out my guys because I knew he might not be able to take it. Either way, I wanted to try. And then you can see blue got a command center actually in the top, in the top gold. we didn't even realize that actually. Finally starts moving out with his marines here, and Shade starts moving up with his roaches here, taking out. He ends up actually doing quite well in this battle. Ends up winning it, but the thing that he didn't win was he could have done better, but he didn't win because of the Mutalisk. The Mutalisk will fly over, and because Roach can't attack air, he lost it. Moving the push, the Mutalisks. See, he's still got some moves over here. He's gonna get some more, and they're gonna come in handy much later. So, finally getting some siege tanks out is Blue over here. Has a starport that he actually never used in the game, where I didn't see any air at all coming out. I'm just pumping, you know, mass M&M. I didn't want to... My first game, I was just nervous. I just wanted to, you know, try things out. Maybe next time we do this, I'll try some crazy build or something. But for now, I started moving up because we knew red player was lacking some units because of the last attack. And yeah, as you can see, only around six guys here, and then Kronks with absolutely nothing. And
now, my strategy for this was, I knew the Whites was going to be able to pump enough units out to handle the ground troops, but I knew I wasn't going to be able to push out Mutalisks and Roaches at the same time because I did not have the sufficient Vespian gas for that. So I decided to go Ling and Mutalisks.
So Shade had to remind me that I had some guys here. I'm just really nervous. I ended up losing my guys. Took out a couple drones, which was a good thing. I was a little worried after that, but then I realized, no, we got this. I saw the mutas, and Shade was gonna do some great damage here. Kronk's not doing anything actually. He's not really, doesn't really have much going for him right now. I start moving a little bit here. I wanted to get some sieged up. As you can see, I have some sieged up tanks here to deflect any attacks from blue and to really seal them in here. I just decided, alright, I need more time to do this, so let's seal them in. That's what I did. It worked pretty well. And then
Goose gives the GG.
Calls the GG. He has no units. We're pumping guys way too fast. He ends up leaving, but the blue Terran decides, I got this. Finally gets his next barracks at around 38, even though me and Shade Fangs are around 50. Yeah, we're around 50, 60 supply. So we're quite ahead in this game. I still have these 2 Marines I never actually moved, actually. They're just... These guys are guards. They're guarding my base. I also have my +1. I had my +1 going. Moving up my siege tanks because I was going to attack red, but then I realized, well, red's base is kind of useless, because I doubt the blue Terran is going to actually macro and micro red at the same time as his. So we decided just to move up here. I turtled him into his base while Shade did most of the damage, and that is pretty much GG. That is the end of the game, as I just continued to try my best to pump out as much as I can. I had this barracks here that I didn't really use, but I had it just in case. And got some extra supply here. Got these guys working. I was just making sure I have my third tank here, sealing him in, sealing the deal. And he ends up losing the game, and that is finally GG.
So you see we had frap loads of units. Thanks for watching.
Okay, well that's the end of the game here. That was our first game. If anyone actually, you know, checks out DerkaDerka, we'll have a little bit more to come as our journey to Grandmaster League continues.
Continues.
Alright, the White Ace.
Thanks for watching. It's been the White Ace and XWAShade.